Hey guys, Molly here with Design Loves Detail, and we are finally doing the full tour of the latest flip house, so let's get to it. All right, so this house, if you guys recall, it was built in the early 90s. It was really hideous, 1,700 square feet, so it's kind of small, but it's 3-bedroom, 2-bath. It's like the most sellable house, right? 3-bedroom, 2-bath. So had a lot of things going for it as far as that, and we had to make it beautiful because it wasn't, for sure. One of the things that I've added since we did the outdoor tour is these really pretty olive plants. These are like an olive tree, but they are the shrub type version. It's called Little Ollie Olive is the name, at least on the nursery tag here. I got those and I love them in these planters that I did the makeover on. If you want to see how I made these planters not terracotta, you can check out. We've got a short on that as well as the exterior video for the flip house. So really cool stuff. And they totally, I think, made the outdoor space feel fresh and new. We painted the house. I will show you a little before footage as we go through all of this. How it started, I mean, really, it was just kind of one of those orangey colors for the house, and we made it fresh with the white. This is Sherwin-Williams Panda White, really, really pretty. Still has a little bit of richness to it, kind of a beigey undertone, which I really love. And then we've got our outdoor patio makeover here that was empty before, and you know, we had the really dark stain on the door so that you couldn't see this beautiful detailing on it. This is like a hand carved door, so it was such a unique feature for the home. It's vintage, and so I was able to update that as well. If you check out the short or the front porch makeover, you can see more on that. So there are individual space videos for everything you're gonna see in this house. If you just go search flip house, you can kind of see the latest stuff and more in-depth information on all the spaces I'm covering, but today we're showing you the whole thing so you get it all. These here are really fun. I added these since we came through. These are actually the coolest thing because they're made 3D printing. I didn't know this existed until just recently, but they are so cool. They have texture to them and they're like clay, but you could design the shape to them. So I actually designed these and had them made, and we are gonna have those available actually soon through my Austin Avenue shop, which is really cool. I have a lot coming for you, but go ahead and subscribe and hit that bell so you're notified of future videos, because we also are building our home, and that's gonna be a really exciting thing to follow as well. We'd love to have you guys along. We're stepping inside. Also give us a like on the video, that helps a ton for our engagement, and let's get to the tour. So you come in this entryway. I love it. We're not gonna show you too much behind me yet, but we're gonna pop over here. So I love this little entryway setup here. I've actually styled this a couple different ways. If you guys ever saw the one with the bench, we will have that, some details next video coming on all the products in this house and how you can shop the house. I've got a really exciting little announcement and information for you. So don't miss the next video because it's gonna show you how you can shop every single thing in this house. I went with a really narrow console table because we of course have this walkway that comes through here. So I want to keep it really more on the minimal side, and we have the fun picture light, some little details here that really made this feel like an entryway because it used to be closed off. We had a closet coming out that really blocked the openness of this space, and this really allowed us to have that feeling of a true entry. And we didn't need that other closet that had been jutting out right here because we already had a coat closet right here. So it was really unnecessary and added so much volume and I think a higher end feel to this home. Definitely, I'll point out all the changes that we made structurally because that is such a game changer, especially in a home like this in the 90s and a lot of the older homes where things feel really closed off. So we opened it up a ton. Over here we've got, this is like a guest bathroom. This is the one that serves basically, you know, the rest of the house, and then we have the one that's with the main bedroom. So let's check this out. This bathroom was definitely one that needed a full makeover. It used to have the craziest countertop with like, it was like a copper edge on it, and everything was kind of peach and dark like hunter green, white. It was a mess. It had never been touched, never been updated. So we were able to bring in this beautiful prefab vanity. I'll step back here so you can kind of see the whole thing better. Just get in the tub, whatever. It's actually a decent size, this bathroom, which was nice. We didn't have to be too worried about it feeling spacious. It kind of already did, but we went with the nice neutral paint in here and all throughout the house. We'll talk about that in a minute, but definitely some good finds in this space to really freshen it up and make it feel brand brand new, which is always the goal, and I love how it turned out. All right, so here we are in the guest room. I love the space too. Definitely wanted to freshen it up in here. It felt dingy before, like the rest of the house, yucky carpet, all the things. And we could really, I think, just make a big impact in here with doing a new light fixture and fresh paint, that sort of thing. The new flooring really helped because we ran this, it's like a vinyl flooring, a vinyl wood look flooring through the whole house, and it just cleaned it up, gives us a fresh modern feel. And then we have, of course, the coolest like nightstands. These were a really good deal, like $129 from TJ Maxx. Hopefully they'll come back in stock. But I love the texture those add, and it just feels like a really inviting space. We've got the 2 closets here, so kept everything as it was except freshening it up and changing out those things I mentioned. We also did, you'll see throughout this house, we'll kind of look at the window coverings a little bit more. We did some textured shades that are like a natural woven, and I think that those really kind of give a finished, polished look to spaces like this. So that was a good update. And you'll notice too that when we toured this bedroom, it was the very first space. I'd been waiting on a larger rug to come. It kept being out of stock, so I got this new one, and it is such a good rug. I'm obsessed with this one. It's washable, so you can put it right in the washing machine. I haven't had to wash it, of course, because it hasn't been down long, but love the colors in it. It's like those soft pastels, kind of the beigey, creamy, soft blues and pinks, and it just looks so good, I think, with the other pieces in this space. Again, next week, next video actually, I'll let you know how you can shop everything in here. It will really make things easy so that you don't miss any links. We also have the individual space videos, like I mentioned, you can check out for links too. They're in the descriptions of those. We did do new door handles, just with matte black, really minimal. These are an affordable one, and I think that those also cleaned up the look of the house. All right, so we're gonna step into this. This is technically the 3rd bedroom, but we styled it as an office. As you know, it has a little closet over here, and I love how it turned out. It seemed like it did well for how, you know, selling the house and everything, to have it as an office space. Love the furniture in here, and then we've got so much natural light in windows. How it looked before was just kind of like the other spaces. Yucky carpet, really dingy, had that weird shelf above these windows here. So taking that out really opened things up. Adding this beautiful new light fixture gives you, you know, the appreciation for the ceiling height. That's definitely like one thing that I like to do in these houses that just didn't really utilize the ceiling height. I feel like it was so funny because sometimes these houses from the 90s, they have great ceilings, but then it's like they didn't use them well. They put like weird stuff, plant shelves, or just like not a statement making light fixture, things that make it like, why even have the tall ceiling unless you're like gonna kind of utilize it and really show it off. So we took advantage of that with the light fixture, affordable Walmart couch, fun rug, just kind of made this an inviting, cozy, really functional office space, which I love. So let's check out now the main bedroom and bathroom. I shared the full tour of these recently. You'll notice the wall colors, I did the same throughout. So we have the Sherwin-Williams Shoji White at 75%, and I did that same color in eggshell for the walls, the ceiling, the doors, the trim, everything. I love that look. It's really cost effective and gives us a very soft, neutral kind of backdrop for everything. It's got a nice amount of depth to it, feels warm but not too yellow. I really love it. It's a great one. Over here we've got, of course, this cozy bed. I love the size of this room. It's seriously so big, especially for this age of home. So in this space, of course, bringing in a fun bed like this was nice. We've got a little bit of texture with the headboard, so it's like interest and then mixes up kind of the neutrals. We've got like the base for this house is kind of the natural wood, the black accents, and then that warm white. So it's very neutral overall, but I like to bring in those things that have some texture and interest so that it's not boring. And like the ceiling, again, so high in here. We've got this awesome chandelier that really is modern and fresh and clean. So it accents that tray ceiling detail, which really feels classic and gives this whole home an upscale feel. So definitely a good upgrade. And then the door, of course, for the closet that we updated, one of my favorite details because it was like around $200 and makes it feel custom in here, and it functions so much better because we don't have the swinging door. It used to have a swinging door in that closet that would hit into where the nightstands now are, and so this was just way better functionally and gives us that like architectural type modern detail. We'll walk over here to the closet and I'll show you kind of how this is. It's nice. The track system comes with the door, right around $200. So definitely a good asset for this home. The closet has some stuff in it because there's always some extras when you're styling and staging. It was pretty good size actually. So I did update the light fixture, did something modern, just like this flat LED. These are kind of cool if you need to, you know, not take up too much ceiling space because the ceiling was lower in here. Definitely a nice little update. Over here, you come into the main bathroom and it is so pretty. This is another space that I just like really love and was budget friendly. This is a faux marble, but I think it looks great. It's actually like porcelain. And then we did a prefab vanity. So all these things are like easy to purchase and comes with the countertop and the sinks. So it was just like a lot quicker for our project timeline as well, because we didn't have to wait for like countertops to come get templated and things like that. So doing a prefab vanity, when you can find a really pretty one like this, makes such an impact, not just in the cost of the space, but also like the timeline, which is really crucial now because at least in our market here, it's just wild with like all of the demand for construction. And so that helped us a ton. I'm obsessed with this mirror. This is another find from Austin Avenue. I have a whole collection with them. I'm gonna talk more about that company and my collection next video. So don't miss that because there's just some really cool pieces like that that are so unique and fun. And then of course, this little moment, definitely another favorite. This is the Target cabinet. It's really a library cabinet, but I thought, ooh, wouldn't it be cool in a bathroom as a linen cabinet to kind of switch things up and give us that extra storage affordably, because custom cabinetry would have been so expensive in here. And so that gives us the look, but for way less. Brought in a freestanding tub. It used to be the way this bathroom was before. We should look back at it for sure because it was crazy. Like it had all of the things. It was like a giant tiled monstrosity. It wasn't even straight. Like that's what kept driving me insane, was like somehow it was like on an angle and in a bay window and just so much weirdness, and it was just like so non-functional. The bathroom feels so much bigger now that we took the tub out, and then all these like weird cabinets that were over there. And then there was of course the door, a random door here that was in this shower area right here. And so it was unnecessary because there's not like a pool out there where you need to come into a bathroom, and it made the shower like tiny. Like the shower was just over here, this little miniature thing. And so by taking out that door, we could make it feel way more open, way more modern. And then we just added this shower glass too that has that nice matte black edge, so that everything has kind of that modern touch with the matte black, and then our marble, and then that wood element too. So kind of the overall feel of the house is very consistent and clean and fresh, but I still tried to add character throughout, and I'll show you kind of some ways too as we continue through the tour how I did that. I'm so excited to show you the kitchen, dining, and main living area too. Oh, we should talk about how there used to be carpet in the toilet room. Literally like what my nightmares are made of. Carpets in bathrooms, especially around a toilet, like literally like the worst. So tiles in there, all is well, all is right in the world, and we don't have probably like pea carpet. Ooh. So let's keep going through here. Oh, love this dresser. This is one of my favorite pieces, and I love the space in here because we could totally fit that. And here's a few more of the really cool 3D pieces I designed. They're 3D printed, but they're literal ceramic, like really heavy, solid, coolest thing. Love those. Now for the most exciting part, I think. We're coming out here into the main living area. You can probably see behind me how, again, open this entry space is. Get another little peek at that. And then it leads us into all of this main open, amazing space that used to be closed in because we had kind of a wall that came over here with the closet. Took that out. We had the walls that divided our living room here, our family room space, from the dining room. There was kind of an arched opening here with these funky open half wall type things or partial wall. And then we also had a wall over in this area that came out and really closed off the kitchen. I love the layout of this home now that we've opened it up. I think the kitchen's still kind of nicely tucked over here, and you come into this sitting space, and then you can kind of come over and see how amazing it is over in the kitchen. Dining room, of course. One of my favorite details, as you know, is that rock wall. We'll talk about that in a second. That's one of the ways that I was saying, like how I added character. And another way is these shelves over here. So these shelves that we added with this fun built-in look, really made a difference. There actually were shelves here before and a weird arch, but we cleaned it up and made it feel modern, which really I think gives this house a wow factor and helps balance out that stone wall that I'm gonna talk about in a second. Because we have this nice interest over here, it's just so welcoming and inviting and functional. This will really be like the place probably where our TV is gonna go. So this will be the main entertaining area, but we kept it so that it has a really pretty look as well. Because sometimes, you know, it's tricky with TVs, like where to put them. But it kind of giving it this nice alcove with other accents on the sides makes it really feel balanced and pretty. So love these. If you want to see how I styled these shelves and what kind of my little tricks are for that, be sure to check out the living room reveal, the shelf styling one, all in there. Brought in this really cool rug from a brand new collection that I seriously love. It looks like an antique vintage one. We did a nice big size so that this space is really grounded and it kind of gives it its own identity. Makes it a sitting area because we do have this open living concept, and so that really defines this space. And you can see in here, I mentioned the blinds, like bringing in textured shades, how much that really helped clean the look of the windows. I didn't want to do draperies because we had in this space the upper windows and just kind of a lot of, it's so much window, which I love, but it makes it tricky to do window coverings because there's almost nowhere for them to really go. So these were the perfect solution. They've got some nice coverage from the light and stuff, and then they can just be up and open most of the time to see that beautiful view out there. Seriously love this house so much. I fell in love with it even when we first saw it and it was a mess because of these windows. So it's been fun to make them all fresh and new and really feel like they were meant to be. And opening up, of course, the walls was just so major too in giving us this whole back wall, because it used to cut over here and it really divided the space with that wall here, and then you were closed off in the kitchen area. And so by opening that, we really get that full back wall effect of just a really high-end house. For this being just like a 1,700 square foot house and kind of like a more modest home, we really made it have that luxurious feel that I love. So this was a fun little setup. We were able to do a really long table in here, which I'm so excited about. It has a leaf and it could really seat 8. These chairs are so cool. These are actually from Target, but they have that really high-end look. I'm loving those as an end chair. You could also pull these over easily for more seating in the living room if you wanted at some point. Definitely just like a house that's made, I think, for entertaining. And let's not forget the wall, the best detail of all. I'm loving this as a backdrop for the dining room. I just wanted to have something special, and this does the trick. It's very subtle, very neutral. I have a special video coming on this. It is actually gonna be in our retrieve guides so that you can purchase that and get the exact sources and all the video of the process. If you're looking to do something like this, it's really a good one, and I'm gonna make it really affordable, so it will just basically cover our time that went into filming and stuff. So really fun and great product, found a great price. Just love that it's mostly textural and very subtle as far as the color goes. I think I'm gonna use that in our new build too because it's just so great. Definitely with light fixtures in here, we did some fun stuff, more of that linear look with a couple of minimal type pendants. I love a dome pendant. And then the new placement of the fridge. How it was in the kitchen was kind of a weird thing because they had crammed all of the kitchen onto one wall. So it was just like oak cabinets, very basic, and it was all just on that side. They weren't utilizing kind of this middle area. So I actually flipped the island. We turned it so it could be longer, and it totally makes this space way bigger, way more functional. All the space feels utilized well. And we moved the fridge to this side. It used to be where that pantry is, and you'd have to walk through the laundry room to even access the pantry. So we opened that up, did a fun arch, made that a beautiful architectural type detail as well. And really I wanted to give us some cool focal points like this range hood wall. This is like a china cabinet really, where you've got some beautiful storage for dishes, and it's just kind of integrated into this space. And we got fun lighting. Loving these like lantern style modern sconces on either side of the sink so that we have that to tie in with the rest of the matte black lighting throughout. And just some really, I don't know, the kitchen's really fantastic. I think we did all the things, the pull out trash, all the functional little details we could pack in. Did a little bit of the white oak. This is a white oak with like a gray wash on the island. So it goes really well with the floors. I kind of like to go with a gray wash on white oak because it tones down any orangey yellowness and keeps it, you know, just a little bit more neutralized, but still fresh and light and bright. This cabinet color, another favorite. I had never used it. I had actually never seen it used. Just picked it one day and I'm so glad I did. It is Morris Room Gray by Sherwin-Williams, and it's just like kind of a mushroom tone. So it's a neutral and it just looks so gorgeous. It has a tiny bit of that green undertone, which I always love, and it with this brass handle, just so pretty. These are a really cool one too. I feel like they have a little bit of that modern European vibe, which is always what I'm after. I just love the little bit of that historic touch mixed in, always balancing the modern with organic, and then that little European flair for character. So pantry, we've got it all organized. Some of my favorite containers, the airtight ones with the wood lids. Obviously we made it like very styled looking and everything for showing the home. But all these pieces are affordable. Like these really cool appliances are from Walmart, the little countertop appliances that are pretty. And even the crock pot, or the, what is that called? Cast iron pot. Really some fun stuff here. And I think, you know, you could definitely add doors. That was something that we were going to do, but just that they were gonna take too long because they're custom to fit the arch. So somebody could definitely add doors to it, you know, if you wanna hide your pantry mess. But in the meantime, we made it really beautiful in here. These wood shelves, they're actually made from the flooring. Our builder, Mike Bear, with Bear Construction, made those, and it was a great repurposing of materials. We had some leftover flooring, and he's the man's a genius. They're so cool. Every time I see him, I'm just like, dude, how'd he do that? So really fun space. You know, you could put some more storage hooks and stuff on the side in there because it's nice and deep too. So here's the laundry room. This was a space that really is kind of a transitionary space out to the garage here. And so we kept it simple, but we also added as much storage as we could. We put in these shelves, floating shelves, again, just to match the kitchen island. So they have that gray wash on the white oak veneer, and they're, I mean, so much storage there. We did some built-in cabinets around just so that there's kind of a place for probably what will end up being the junk drawer. And then also some cabinets down here below, just for extra storage. And these cabinets are Benjamin Moore's Rushing River. It's a really cool color. A little more green actually than what I did in the kitchen, that more mushroom one. This one is more, especially with the black, it takes on more of a green tone, but it's still nice and subtle, like it feels neutral-ish. Love that one, especially with that matte black. And then countertops in here, one of my go-tos. I've used them in a lot of our projects. You'll see they are a granite. This is steel gray leathered granite, so it's nice and matte finish. You can actually see the texture of the stone a little bit, and really just a durable one. We have this in our kitchen as well, and I've loved it. More affordable. Love granite for its function. And then we're gonna cut across here. Maybe we can get a little view of this space from further back, because it's just so fun to take all of the details in. I feel like all the details were really intentional and really carefully placed so that they're balanced throughout, and that we really get a sense of the volume of the ceilings, because these are actually 10-foot ceilings. So I really designed the spaces to that scale. So we have a larger comfy sectional, larger table, like larger pieces to kind of make the scale feel right in here. And we're gonna pop outside to see the final changes out there. Out here, we really changed it. The backyard was dead and tired, and the grass was gone. There was that strange hedge that ran across the middle of the yard. It really cut it down. It was incredible how much bigger it felt after we took that out and redid the landscaping. We really had to start from scratch. We did the curbing, new rock. Some of the mature landscaping we kept what we could, and then we just added what we needed to around the house when we put in those flower beds. Of course, painting the house definitely updated this space too. I'm gonna pop over here real quick just to show you this area. We did recoat the patio out here. It was a red. It was very strange. It was like a bold red, and then we cleaned it up and made it more just a soft gray with maybe a tiny bit of a green undertone. Made a little fire pit area with these cute chairs, added new light fixtures out here. There used to be melted ceiling fans, so those were a major upgrade. And then of course we have this dining area. I changed this up too. We kind of talked about it before. I added this tree, and then this planter is another one that is the 3D printed one. So really cool with that faux tree there to give us just a little bit of interest, because we had kind of an open space. And I did get a more narrow table so that this fits really nice. You could add chairs on the end to seat 6 out here. I only had the 4, but this was, I think, a better fit than what I had before, which was a square table and this turned out really cute. I think it makes this really functional. And then also out here, you can just see, it's gonna be windy, but here we go. Everything's like in bloom out here, so it feels so pretty. We did all the stone like I was talking about. We brought in this like gray stone, so it feels like modern, which I love. And then this cute sitting area out here, just really inviting and really gave us some extra outdoor real estate essentially. And yeah, I don't know, I think this is pretty darn cute and feels like a big yard actually. Super happy with this and how all of that looks over there. We didn't paint the wall, kept it the same just for cost because figured we could get away with it. We did. There's a full tour. Let me know in comments what you guys like the best. What's your favorite change we made in this house? I'd love to know. And then of course give us a like. And we'd love to see you over on Instagram at Design Loves Detail and over on our website too, designlovesdetail.com. And one last reminder, don't forget that you can check out more detailed information and tours of this home, of individual spaces. If you just go back through the last few videos that we've shared, we've really been focusing on this house and really sharing every last detail with you. So check those out, and they have products linked in the description for those, as well as next video. Don't miss, that's the one that's gonna have all of the information on how you can 3D shop this house.